Want to talk to my wife, Yank?
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, we'll call your wife Yang, and we'll ask her if you're American. And then we'll call my wife Jennifer, and his wife Jacqueline, too.
It's ringing, it's ringing.
Hola!
Go for it, I'm an American! Yeah, I swear that's right! Hey, what's your language?
I'm truly at a loss for words. A Latino man told CNN that he voted for Donald Trump, but thinks it would be unfair if Trump deported millions of people like he's promised to. Just take a look.
If they let in hundreds or thousands of people who already have criminal records, if deporting them creates a mass deportation, I'm all for it.
But what if rounded up in all of that are people who work on a farm? They're doing the jobs that Americans don't want to do. Does that worry you?
That wouldn't be fair. Of course, they need to make sure that they don't throw away, they don't kick out, they don't deport people that are family oriented.
Thanks for joining my channel again. I'm watching this video. As y'all know that we've had a lot of turmoil here in the past few weeks. Unfortunately, I decided I was going to do a video on the reactions of a lot of people out there that were completely afraid and upset and going through all the emotions, including myself. Myself is included on that because I was somewhat shocked. I decided to pick through a lot of reactions. That's what this video is about, that people were having. And it just dumbfounded me, the stuff that I saw. And I tried to thumb through the best of the best. And these are going to be it. This particular guy right here, he's the epitome of selfishness, self-righteousness. And I guess I don't like to call people dumb or stupid, but you decide for yourself. And I'm not going to talk you to death through a lot of these videos, but I want you to see for yourself what's going on today, why a lot of people are terrified, and rightfully so.
Now look, I gotta be honest. I could dunk on this guy and try to debunk him and things like that, but this clip actually makes me pretty sad. Because it's clear that this guy, along with many other people that voted for Donald Trump, have no idea what's about to happen. And what's about to happen is that Donald Trump is going to do everything in his power to deport millions of people. Even if you just overstayed your green card, you've been here for 20 years, you're working a job, you have a family here, your kid goes to school here. Donald Trump is coming after those people too, whether guys like this think it's fair or not. And also, this is no secret. Donald Trump has been telling us he was going to do this for quite some time. He's vowed to deport millions of undocumented migrants and said that it has no price tag. So I agree that it's unfair. It's tragic what Donald Trump is going to do to millions of folks. But unfortunately, people like that guy voted for Trump. They think it's unfair, and yet they ignored his warnings anyway. And now we're stuck with Trump for 4 years.
I've been joking around about Latinos for Trump over the past few days. It's been all fun and games, but a few of you have actually asked me to explain why Latinos would vote for Trump. And that's a really good question, and there's actually a lot of reasons, so it's time to get real about Latinos for Trump. Let's begin with the conversation of class. Wealthy people tend to lean more Republican because Republicans advocate for lower taxes for the rich. So wealthier Latinos lean more towards Donald Trump. The second reason would be internalized racism and internalized xenophobia, or otherwise known as the pick-me people. The people that say, my family came here the right way, it's not that hard, why can't people just follow the laws? We're not like them, we're different. Those are the people that want to be accepted by white Americans so bad that they will openly bash their community. There's a lot of those people, and those people also tend to lean towards Donald Trump. The third and the biggest reason why I believe there's a lot of Latinos that support Trump is because our community is incredibly conservative. The Catholic and Christian church have a lot of power within our community. Conservative views when it comes to women's health and the LGBTQIA tend to dominate our community. When you put all those things together, it's not that hard to understand why so many Latinos support Trump.
Exit polling data tells the story of what happened during this election. Look at this. This is coming from NBC News. I want you to look down there at Latino men. 54% for Donald Trump. Now, this is following that rally in Madison Square Garden, but also look at black men. 78% went for Kamala Harris, but 20% for Donald Trump. Usually Republicans score in the single digits. And finally, of course, white women, 52% for Donald Trump, and then you have 47% for Kamala Harris. Now, Donald Trump, according to Pew, received 53% of the vote from white women in 2020. So basically, he didn't lose hardly any white women, despite the Dobbs decision overturning Roe.
You know, before we really get deep into this, I ask that you the grand finale is going to be the last video on who Mr. Trump decided will be the new, I guess you call him the border czar. And what he had to say is terrifying. I really got, I got what you call those goosebumps on my arms when he said what he said. So if you would, just if you can bear with me, just hang around to that last clip, and in the comments, just let me know what you really think, because that this guy is a, shall I say, a nutcase.
President Trump, we love you. We will support you all the way to the end. Thank you for everything you've been doing.
We have a message for you, President Trump, from all the way down from the RGV 956. Latinos for Trump here representing. We've been with you since 2016. Co-founded Latinos for Trump. We pray for you, and it's time to what? Finish the wall! Finish the wall! Finish the wall! Finish the wall!
One thing these guys don't seem to understand is that, yeah, he's going to finish the wall, of course, but you're going to be on the opposite side of it. They didn't think this all the way through, like a lot of individuals, more than half the country. But come January 20th of 2025, we're about to find out, all of us, because you're going to pay one way or another, whether it's in your billfold with things going up, or people still don't know what tariffs are, but they're about to find out that your elected individual or president has been somewhat not telling you the truth.
Finish the wall! Finish the wall! Finish the wall! Finish the wall!
Have you seen these Trump Latinos? Well, they went down to the border to give their, I want to say, opinion on what should be done about the border wall. Listen to this.
What's going on, everybody? Trump Latinos, guess what? They say we'll never leave Florida, but we here in Texas. Texas is right there, Mexico right there. Look at the wall. It's halfway built. What's going on, man? Let us know. We need the wall. I live close by this area, and we need to live in a safe place. So please, we need Trump back in office. Vote for him. We need to finish this wall. We cannot afford to have more criminals coming into our area.
Since this wall got built, Donald Trump was trying to make America safe. Not a wall.
Let me state this, and like I said, I'm not going to talk to death. This is going to probably be my last major comment. For all those folks that are here illegally, you are a criminal. I don't care how long you've been here. There are laws in this country that states that if you want to become a U.S. citizen, and that's not only with Latinos, that's with anyone that wants to come into the country. You have to do it the right way. Being in law enforcement 40-some years, trust me, if you're here illegally, you are a criminal. Understand that.
Halfway built since Biden got in. It's like they want the criminals to come in. Let's make America great, yo. Trump.
Look, it might be easy to just laugh at them, but a lot of Latinos are going to the right. I mean, just look at what's happening with Univision and their hard right turns to try and cozy up to Trump. So the number of Trump Latinos are going to grow, and this could be the voting bloc that could put Trump back in the White House. Look, Biden has not helped the immigrant community the way he said he was going to, and he has built more wall. But these Trump Latinos don't realize that things are going to be much, much worse under Trump, because he said he wants to deport millions of people. They don't understand how much Trump's fascist policies are going to affect them, are going to affect us. Look, I'm not doing this to say, hey, go vote for Biden. But we cannot let so many people in our community just vote for Trump. They are voting for the decimation of our communities.
Have y'all heard about that Cuban Trump supporter, man, that moved to Texas and is now filing a lawsuit because he's facing racism and discrimination, not just from his neighbors, but also local law enforcement? Bro, Bro, we gotta talk about some Latinos, right, that are conservative, right? It doesn't matter. You can vote whatever way you want, right? This is not about that, right? But there's certain Latinos, man, that think that they're gonna be accepted by all white people simply because they're Republicans, right? Because they vote the same way. Oh, these are my people. They think like us, you know? And then they move to certain places, man, where it's extremely conservative, right? And they don't realize, man, that there's nothing but white people there, man. It's a specific type of white person, man, that ain't gonna give a fuck if you're a conservative, if you vote Republican, if you're a Christian. They're not gonna give a fuck, man. They're not gonna like you simply because you're Latino, bro. They're gonna treat you no different than the Mexicans that are crossing the borders illegally, bro, that they stay talking shit about all day long online, you know? But I find that absolutely hilarious, you know? That Cuban dude probably moved over there like, nah, man, we all think the same, man. We're Republicans, fuck communism, man. Fuck the Democrats. I thought we was part of the same team, he probably said, man. Nah, man, y'all gotta be careful, bro, where y'all move, man. This is America. Don't forget, this is America.
I voted very early, and I voted for Trump.
Tell me why.
Trump just connects with me. It's his authenticity. I know Trump. I don't know who Kamala Harris is because she only plays the middle ground and she doesn't take a stance on anything.
You said to me earlier that you voted for Donald Trump to send a message to the Democratic Party and to Kamala Harris. What message were you trying to send?
Men's interest. Like, men have been alienated by woke culture, and we're sending a message saying enough is enough. I don't know if that means we'll win, but we're hoping for it.
And then like right, you know, but at the same time I don't know, because then sometimes it's like I like, you know, like you go and then.
If you're a Latino who voted for Donald Trump, here's some tips for your new wildlife. Don't go to Mexican restaurants to order margaritas or palomas during happy hour. Don't go to Taco Tuesday. Next time that you need help cleaning your disgusting house, don't call the cleaning companies because most of the time they're immigrant ladies. Next time that you need help in your yard or any maintenance in your house, don't go look for the guys outside of Home Depot. Don't get your plastic surgery in Colombia because it's cheaper there. Next time that you go back to your country, don't go to the doctor, don't go to the dentist, don't do any service that you need because it's cheaper there. Don't go to Cabo, don't go to Puerto Vallarta, don't go to Cancun for vacation. Don't get the plan to work until you get retired to go get back to your country and get retired there because the US is too expensive. Next time that you need help in a call center or whatever help that you need, don't say, ¿Hay alguien que hable español? You're an American now. You're a white person. You should speak English.
One thing I want to ask, one question I have to ask is that if we start deporting from 1 to 15 million illegals, and I'm talking about just the illegals. I'm not talking about the ones that are vested here, the ones that are with the green cards and are American citizens. But with our economy, we have a lot of jobs that regular people in this country, black, white, Hispanic, some Asians, that will just flat out not do. So who fills the gap? Or a lot of the, believe it or not, illegals that were doing it. And who hires the illegals? Surely not us, the minorities. I mean, in some cases it probably is in smaller businesses, but in larger businesses, I don't think it's so much us. So when you do your mass raids and start rounding all of these folks up, and by no means, as I stated before, if you're here illegally, you're a criminal. But I'm just trying to get you to think a little bit further down the tracks here. Who's going to do these jobs? And if the vegetables and things are not picked and hauled off to the grocery store so we can consume them, or things are not built, shingles put on your house after a hurricane, or rebuilding your house, or even rebuilding your roads, who's going to do it? That's why I said in the long run, we are all going to suffer behind what's possibly going to happen after January 20th, 2025. Just food for thought, so you can hopefully start thinking further down the road.
So I'm on the expressway driving to work this morning, people holding up traffic. So you know how we do. We get on side of them and want to look at them. Why all of them Latinos all of a sudden? Now all of a sudden y'all want to drive the speed limit? It's too late. Y'all getting put up out of here. If I gotta call ICE myself, if you even look undocumented, goddamn it, I'm calling ICE. I'm gonna come to the restaurant, and when you come serve my table and I ask for extra ice, you better not blink twice. It's gonna let me know you undocumented. If I say the word ICE and you get a little nervous, I already know what's going on. So when I call that motherfucking restaurant later on and I order 100 tacos to go, motherfucker, I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about you and your little children. So get your little salsa and your little sombreros and your guacamole and get y'all motherfucking ass back on the other side of that wall. Yeah, I'm with it. Get out. Y'all want to vote for the motherfucker? Let's roll. All of them. Every single one of y'all. 17 people in a one-bedroom apartment. It's a fire hazard in a goddamn way. Get up out of here. Let's roll. What our grandmas used to say when we was kids, y'all don't believe fat meat greasy. Yeah, we getting y'all up out this motherfucker. Y'all voted for this goddamn food? Yeah, it's going down. We gonna holler at you. Arrivederci, motherfuckers.
People are surprised that Latino voted for Trump. Like, didn't our parents come here to give us the American dream? And that's what we're doing, living the American dream. I don't understand why Latinos think we're racist if that's what our parents came here for, to give us the American dream, and we're living the American dream. We're not living the illegals dream. We're living the American dream. Like, that's why our parents came here, and we were born here and raised as Americans to live the American dream. Think about it.
Mario and Mireya Alvarez found the American dream in Las Vegas.
Would you like some coffee?
They came to the U.S. from Mexico and Guatemala in the 80s. With his job in a supermarket and her job in a casino, they bought a house and raised 3 children. Now they wonder if their kids and grandkids will inherit that dream.
Is it still possible to do that for the younger generation?
That's my main concern right now. What's going to happen to our new generation? Nowadays, they're not even able to move out of their houses anymore because everything is so expensive.
Life wasn't expensive as it is right now.
We first met Mario back in February when he was seriously considering a vote for Donald Trump. He was undecided with previous votes for George W. Bush, Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Biden. At the last minute, he broke for Kamala Harris. But today, he's not upset about the results.
I'm kind of like more happy than upset. Why? Because Donald Trump is going to help the country with the economy.
The whole household is happy. Mireya and their 29-year-old son, Mario Jr., did vote for Trump.
Initially, I would say I did not agree with him. And then I started seeing that he was not afraid to speak his mind. And I noticed that he was not scared to say what he felt, regardless of what people would say. And I think I respect that about him.
So you liked his kind of brashness, his personality?
Yeah, I would say yes.
They're not alone. Across the country, Donald Trump made huge inroads with Latino voters. According to NBC exit polls, 55% of Latino men nationwide voted for Trump, a 19-point jump from 2020. Among Latina women like Mireya, an 8-point gain. And while Vice President Harris won a slight majority of the Latino vote overall, Trump increased his support 14 points from the last election. The top issue among Latino voters, like it is for the Alvarez family, the economy, with immigration a distant fourth. Mario and Mireya both crossed the border illegally as teenagers, but became citizens under President Ronald Reagan's amnesty. They see themselves as different from migrants crossing the border today.
In what way do you think they're different?
The people that are coming here are the criminals, you know? The ones that did something bad in their country, they're running away from their law.
I got to stop it right there. She said the people that are coming here are the criminals. Previously, you just said that I think that y'all are the criminals also. So guess what? With these folks that are coming on TikTok and doing all this interview, who you think is going to be first up on the list? Because you're just out there advertising what you have done. As I stated before, if you came to this country illegally and did not go through the vetting process the way it should have been done, you're probably and most likely going to be on that deportation list. Give you something to think about. As far as all of y'all that wants to jump on here and do all these interviews.
Despite having close family members who are undocumented,
migrant invasion.
They don't believe they'll end up in Trump's crosshairs.
When you hear Trump promise mass deportations, do you worry about them?
Yes and no. Because the ones that I know, they're doing good. They're not breaking any laws.
I believe he's going to start deporting all the bad people.
Trump won over the Alvarez family and many like them. Whether the economy improves and who exactly he chooses to deport may determine if he keeps them.
My family is Latino, and a lot of them are immigrants. But at the end of the day, we're American.
You know, one.
No, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you are a criminal. You are a illegal individual that came into this country, and you put a target on your back and also your families and your relatives' back as far as being part of this mass deportation. What is there about that individuals don't understand? If I robbed a bank, I'm not going to go out there and have flags on the side of my truck saying I just robbed a bank. I just do not get it, folks. I really don't.
Group that really sealed the deal for the former president, and this was an unexpected group: Black men and Hispanic men. Donald Trump increased his margins significantly among both groups. In Pennsylvania, he got around 25% of black men. In North Carolina, 21% of black men. Republicans haven't seen numbers like that since Richard Nixon. The Republican Party has effectively become a working class, multi-racial party. George W. Bush wasn't able to accomplish this. Mitt Romney couldn't do it. John McCain couldn't do it. And yet Donald Trump was able to do something that no one expected him to be able to do. It's unprecedented. It's going to make a difference. And the question becomes, as this gender and racial realignment continues, what does that mean for the future of the Republican Party, but also for the future of the Democratic Party? Voters sent a mandate, now it's up to Republicans to follow through.
Let's talk about Latino Republicans. The even simple fact that those even exist is freaking weird. You want to know why? Because for Latinos to have the audacity, the caucasity to vote for a person that is actively talking bad about people in your community, you must be so brainwashed. You know, for you to side with the conquistador, the one that conquered your land, it's appalling to me. I just don't understand how there are Latinos that actually voted for Trump. I don't understand how there's Latinos that vote for Biden, but for Trump? Come on. That exuberates self-hate. That exuberates your denial of your African and indigenous blood. Please wake up. Read some more. Stop watching Fox News and Canal 41. Please.
Amigos, whenever you feel disappointed in yourself or you feel like you've let everyone down, I want you to remember that at least you're not a Latino who voted for Trump, okay? So, dale ganas, amigos. Keep going. You got this.
Donald Trump won this election on the fact that a lot of Latino men voted for him. But that's only shocking for people who didn't grow up around a lot of Latinos because...
This message is to the Latino men that voted for Trump. Just so y'all know, in the club, we are not fam, okay? We don't know each other.
Trump 2024, MAGA family, MAGA nation. Tomorrow is my birthday. My birthday's at midnight. My family cut me off for being a Trump supporter, so I'm spending my birthday alone. I have no one to spend it with, but at least I have you beautiful MAGA people who've shown me the utmost support, and I'm thankful that we won. Trump 2024, life's gonna get better, and I'm just thankful to be a part of this MAGA group, and yeah, so even though it is depressing, I'm spending my birthday alone. It is what it is. I turn 23 tomorrow, so I'm just blessed to be alive and blessed to be a part of this.
We're going to see
Now, these next two clips, listen to them very, very close. This guy and the one that's behind him, these are the two, or these are the reasons, or they're going to tell you the reasons why you should be very, very afraid. Without further ado, let's listen to it till to the end.
a large number, by the millions, of self-deportations as well. And so these are pragmatic places to start that would give us, yes, the largest mass deportation in American history.
But fall far short of 11 million or more.
We're going to go step by step aggressively. Donald Trump's going to stay true to his campaign pledge, but in a way that respects the dignity of the Americans who are already here.
Okay, so
Kamala's no longer border czar. Former ICE director Tom Homan has been put in charge of mass deportations, and Tom's not messing around.
I got a message.
To the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law, you better start packing now.
If sanctuary cities don't want to help, then get the hell out of the way because we're coming.
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Yes!